It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
Taking thought beyond that which it has been before, adding to the expanse of the universe, fulfilling your reason for being, focusing from the perspective of who you really are, coming into vibrational alignment with that which is really you, focusing with others who are also exploring the contrast for the purpose of arriving at new decisions about what you want, recognizing that the new decision is out there in a new frequency that you're not accustomed to, but knowing it because you can tell by the way you feel that you're not vibrationally up to speed with it yet, recognizing it by utilizing your knowledge of your own guidance system, your emotional basis that lets you know the vibrational frequency of the source energy part of you that you've just expanded to, that the human part of you is not yet caught up with. Recognizing that that yearning or that discomfort in not yet having this newly hatched desire is an indicator that you're just a little bit off vibrationally. And then feeling your way into emotional comfort so that you can feel that you've come vibrationally into alignment with who you are. Truly, friends, does it get any better than that? Leading edge creators in leading edge bodies backed up by the energy that creates worlds, having at your fingertips the access to infinite intelligence. Don't you love your life? Don't you love your life?
Yes.
Well, we always push a little there because, well, we love your life. We love your life. We are appreciating all that you bring to all that is. We appreciate that you have not just willingly but eagerly projected yourself into this physical body, this leading edge time-space reality, that you have not just willingly but eagerly embarked on this adventure of exploring contrast, that you were willing to come forth into all of this variety, not one of you ever asking for a feathered nest, every one of you knowing that you had within you guidance to help you to discern and decide and discover expansion, joyous expansion. You knew that as you came from the non-physical perspective, that the contrast would stimulate you to new ideas. And to an eternal being, that is such a delicious idea. When you don't know you're eternal, then another new idea is just annoying. Oh no, something else to want that I can't get. But when you know that you are eternal, then you know that the very life that which you are is dependent upon the new idea. So you savor and embrace the variety, even the parts of it that you don't want to experience, you appreciate for their clarifying value. When you go to a buffet, even though there is a lot behind that glass that you would never put on your plate, you don't feel bad that it's there, because nobody, since you left the hot lunch line in grade school, makes you put it on your plate. In other words, you know that you can choose. You don't stand behind that glass and say to the nice people behind the counter, I don't want that, and I don't want that, and what in the world is that doing there? I can't imagine anybody ever eating that. And that's awful. Oh, I had that once. Don't want that, don't want that. And that nice person would eventually say, it might go better if you tell me what you do want. What is it that you would like on your plate? And that's the way you all felt as you came into this physical experience. Not one of you was concerned about being exposed to unwanted things, because you knew that there was no power of assertion. You knew no one could put that stuff into your experience, that you would be choosing it all. And we're wanting to remind you here today that everything that you are experiencing, you have chosen. Sometimes when we say that, our physical friends balk at the idea. I would not have chosen that, Abraham. I would not have chosen that. I do not believe I chose that. And we say, are you living it? And they say, yes. And we say, then you chose it. And they say, no, I would not have chosen that. And we say, are you living it? And they say, yes. And we say, then you have chosen it. And they say, I would not have chosen this. And we say, are you living it? And they say, yes. But I would not have chosen that. This is going to take a while. And then they say, because there have been a lot of them. And then we acknowledge that that must mean that you are choosing things without knowing you're doing it, which must mean you don't know how you're making your choices. And humans say, it's clear to me how I make my choices. I look at things I want and I say, yes, I choose you. And I look at things I don't want and I say, no, I don't choose you. And we say, now we understand what's going wrong. Because when you say yes to something, your attention to it invites it into your experience. When you say no to something, your attention to it invites it into your experience. And what we think is so interesting about so many of our physical human friends is that more of them are spending more time pointing at and talking about what they don't want than they are talking about what they do want, which is the reason that so many humans have literally separated themselves, too strong of word, but we want to make a strong point, have separated themselves from who they really are. You never know more clearly what you do want than when you know what you don't want. When you know clearly what you do want, the source energy part of you turns its undivided attention to that new conclusion and that new decision. And in that moment, the universe through you has expanded into yet an improved place. But most of you, bless your hearts, don't ride that rocket of desire. Most of you don't go with that expansion. Most of you stand in this place of defending why you need or want something better. You say, as if you were pleading to your mother, you did that when you were little, I need it, I really need it. Mother, I really want this. Well, we all want things, son. You don't get what you want. Many mothers say that, misguided beings that they are. You don't get what you want. Well, I need it. Oh, well, that's different. How badly do you need it? I will die if I don't have it. As you plead your neediest cases, that's when Congress puts the money there. That's when your mother gives up the goods. That's when people who are weary of your complaining cave in and say, all right, take the car. But we're wanting you to understand that even though humans may cave in to your negative demands or pleading, the universe never ever gives you what you want when you're beating the drum of what you don't want. Every time you are justifying how much you need something, you are vibrationally preventing yourself from having what you want. You cannot offer the frequency of need and desire at the same time. You cannot be a vibrational match to what you want and its absence at the same time. More often than not, when you have been without something that you want for a while, when you talk about it, you usually talk about it from your disappointed place of not yet having it. And what we want you to come to remember as a result of our conversation here today is that that disappointment that you feel is your indicator about which end of the stick you are vibrating on. Because every subject is two subjects, what you want and lack of it. So, for example, let's say that you go to your mailbox, you have a pile of bills, you have that sick feeling in your stomach because you know you have overspent, you have more to pay than you have money with which to pay it, at least right now. And you are disappointed, maybe even fearful. You are really uneasy. And you sit to contemplate your bills, and you begin a dialogue, maybe with someone in the room, maybe in your own mind, and you say things like, I don't have enough money. Now, someone watching you from another human perspective might very well say, good for you for facing up to where you are and telling the truth about your financial plight. We would say, if you keep talking about where you are, you can't move to a more prosperous place. Every time you beat the drum of not enough money, not enough money, not enough money, even though there are piles of money waiting for you in vibrational escrow, because you've put them there every time you've asked, every time you've wanted something, every time you've felt disappointment about not enough money, you've asked for more, and the universe has lined up circumstances and events to provide it for you. But as you talk about not enough money, as you continue to carry on that dialogue that continues to cause you to feel fear or disappointment, you hold yourself in a vibration apart from the very money you've asked for. So then that's why, as we say to you, ask and it is given. In fact, we are so sure of that, we've written a book, the best book ever written, with the best title ever given to a book. We love the title because the title tells you the whole story. When you ask, it is given. And then our human friends say, well, then where is my stuff? If I have been asking, and I know I have, and Source has been giving, and you say Source has, then where is what I've been asking for? Because it is not showing up in my experience. And we say, it is showing up in your vibrational experience, but you are preventing it from having manifestation right in front of you because you are so determined to justify why you need your stuff. You're still beating the drum of where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? How come he's got stuff? I don't have any stuff. Where did he get all his stuff? It's not fair that he got all that stuff. I want more stuff. I need more stuff. I want more stuff. I need more stuff. I don't have enough stuff. It isn't fair that I don't have enough stuff. I'm going to join a club, people with not enough stuff. Do you want to join my club? We'll get together and we'll talk about how we don't have enough stuff, and we'll complain about not having enough stuff, and even more, we will complain about the people that have more stuff. Because it's wrong that they have all that stuff. There must be something wrong with the system. There must be something wrong. Why does he get the stuff and we don't get the stuff? Are you with me? He's got the stuff. We don't have any stuff. What are we going to do about them with the stuff? Oh, let's pass some laws. Let's pass some laws, because there are a lot more of us that don't have stuff than those that do have stuff. So let's get together and we'll pass some laws, and we'll take their stuff away from them, and we'll spread it out among us that don't have any stuff. We've got the votes. Let's do it. So the laws are passed. The stuff is moved from over there to over here, but it doesn't stay there. It keeps moving back over here. Well, we'll take more of their stuff and we'll move it over here, but it doesn't stay there. Because when you're beating the drum of not enough stuff, there are not enough laws or actions in the world to compensate for your vibration of resistance of the abundance that you are asking for. And those that are in the vibration, whether they were born into it and just learned it from those who surrounded them, or whether they worked their way up the emotional scale, or whether they just got tired of feeling bad and reached for better feeling thoughts, those who are focused upon thoughts that make them feel good maintain a consistent vibrational alignment with everything that they've been asking for, and they continue to be receivers, blatant, obvious receivers of abundance. And those who don't have their stuff yet, who feel unhappy about those who do, continue to beat the drum, but the laws of the universe remain constant. You cannot buck the current of law of attraction. Law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. And if you feel poor, abundance cannot come to you, not because you don't want it, and not because you don't deserve it, and not because someone else is keeping it away from you, but because you have developed a habit of thought that offers a frequency that is on the end of the stick of lack of money rather than on the end of the stick of money. So no matter what it is that is the subject of your desire, you must find a way of becoming a vibrational match to this true subject of your desire. You cannot set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7 FM. The frequencies have to match up. And if they don't match up, then you don't get the message. You don't get the stuff. You don't live the experience. So what we notice is happening with most of our physical friends is that because you are so completely absorbed into your physical experience, and that is a good thing, and you are so good at viewing it through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, through your fingertips, through your tongue, as you are devouring the details of your time-space reality, most of the vibration that you offer is because of what you are observing. When you give your attention to something, it's already offering a vibration. And if you give it your attention for as little as 17 seconds, you activate the vibration of the subject of your interest within your own vibrational pattern. So when you give your attention to something for as little as 17 seconds, an activation occurs and law of attraction kicks in, which means other thoughts like it are now being drawn to it.